Hey, y'all, check it out. So I know ribs run the vote, but my lawyer said he want to see brisket. So I'm gonna give the man what he want. So my first how-to video, we're smoking brisket, baby. Smoke something. Hey, y'all, thanks for coming out. This is my first how-to video, and I'm gonna go ahead and knock out a brisket. I'm gonna do 2 series of brisket eventually, but this is the first one. We're doing an at-home brisket for all you at-home smokers, and then we'll do a KCBS competition style brisket that we do at competitions. And if you don't know, I'm McGill, Big Daddy Stewart. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. If you like my videos, please hit the like button. Hit the reminder button if you would like to know when more videos are coming out. It helps spread the word. We're gonna start out with a 13-pound Angus beef brisket, baby. When you get your brisket, you want to have a little flop in it. This isn't the best flop, but it was one of the best that they had there. You don't want to get a brisket that is too, when you flip it back and forth, it's too tough. Make sure when you're checking for your briskets, you grab the end at the point, because that's the heavy end. You just flop it back and forth. And if you got some good wiggle in it, you got a good brisket. Of course, you always want to check out the fat content too. The content of the fat is going to make a big difference on how much actual meat you got and how much fat you got to trim off. But for the purpose of at-home briskets, I don't trim off any of the fat hardly. I barely trim off anything. Stay along, keep watching, and we're about to get to it. I'm fixing to wash off my meat. You got to wash your meat before you do anything. All right, now I got my brisket washed off, nice, clean. Most of the scum from cutting butcher stuff has been taken off. Now we just to take it out, then we're gonna throw it on this cutting board and start doing a little trimming and seasoning. All right, thanks for watching Big Dad's Texas Barbecue, how to brisket smoke something. All right, now I got me a nice clean brisket here. Beautiful 13-pound brisket, washed off. This is the front side, the back side. This is what's called the flat right here. And this up in this area is called the point. It's not much of a point, not too big, but it's still there. All right, and you see all this crap here. I don't like this crap. So what I do is I take this off, all of this stuff. Some of the stuff you can pull off by hand and it's slippery. So what I do is I keep me some paper towels real close by. Paper towel help give you the grip. You can just start pulling it off. Or if you like to play with knives, sharp knife always helps. Come through, you pull it back, and just keep going. Now, I don't take all of it off because it is fat, it is flavor, it will render down and give that meat that extra beefy flavor that comes with good brisket. But most of this stuff that is a little tough, I take off because you don't want your brisket to be chewy. And as you know, guys, whenever you're cooking and you're dealing with meat, vegetables, anything, a sharp knife is always your best tool to have. And for those of you folks that are clumsy, be careful. And just keep trimming some of this unwanted stuff off. Now, a lot of this right here, if you can see, just grab it, mess around with it, then you get a big clump of it. You just come in and cut the majority of that off. Now remember, this is my at-home brisket, not my competition brisket. That'll be an entire different set of videos. We'll show you how to do the competition cuts and seasoning for the brisket. And then we'll also show you how to do your prep boxes. Prep boxes get really important because some people are super picky. Then I come through, a lot of this membrane back here, you don't want to cut off because it's going to protect your meat. I am a person that cooks my meat fat side down, not fat side up. I don't really believe in the dripping down and moisture being contained within the meat because it's dripping down. Because when it drips, it falls down, not through. So I just cut off some of the end pieces so when you do sliced brisket, and like, look at this hunk of fat. You'll come through and just slice that baby off. And be careful because you don't want to take off your meat, you just want the fat. All right, that's looking good. So we'll discard the fat. Then, for the purpose of today's video and all my barbecue videos, I will be using my own personal recipe. It's a rub, but it's an all seasoning rub. Goes great with beef, pork, chicken, and seafood, believe it or not, and then a lot of vegetables also. So we'll be using the Big Daddy's Texas Barbecue Rub. Pop it open. Give it a good shake first so you can mix the seasoning up. Then I come through, give it a nice little sprinkle. Sometimes you can rub it, sometimes you gotta pat it. It all depends on the moisture level of your meat. Always hit the sides. I like to season every inch of my meat. When you rub your meat, you gotta rub it good now. Don't be wasting it. And believe it or not, folks, you can over rub your meat. So really, it's an experiment to find out that level of rub that you prefer for your seasoning. Every taste bud is different. It took me a while to determine how much and what I want to do with my rub. And then I also had to find different flavors of rub when I was making my rub to season with. Believe it or not, it's not as easy as you think it is to make up your own seasoning. And then what I do, I got that rub pretty decently. I got some liquid that I use, my own special little liquid. What I like to do is kind of turn my rub into a paste on my meat. I like to dry rub, and I don't put any barbecue sauce on my meats when I'm smoking them, unless it's a competition and I'm doctoring it up to make it look pretty for the judges. So you want to get that candy coat of the sauce caramelized on there. And then what you're doing now is just looking for spots that, you know, are not covered in rub. You want this nice red color, this mahogany color, from your meat being pink to it being mahogany. So I'll get a little bit of my liquid, rub it on again. I'm just gonna go back over it. I like to go around the outside first. To me, it's like coloring. When I was a kid, I used to color around the outside and then go towards the middle. And I do the same thing with my seasoning. Hit that outside and just sprinkle in the middle. Sprinkle in the middle. And as you notice, when I'm doing mine, I like to do a shake and a tap at the same time. Seem to get a better spread of the seasoning on my meats. But as you develop your own, you'll get good with it. Now I come back, I pat it. Then I'll come back after patting it with my liquid. Just turn that granular seasoning that's on your meat into a paste. And to me, you gotta every now and then shake up your rub, make sure everything inside it is distributed well. And just come back a little more seasoning on top. Doesn't need much more. Now it has that nice red color. This area is a little light, so I'm going to come back and just do a little more there. Rub it in, and the moisture from the liquid keeps it there. All right, there we go. Brisket number one. And as you guys can see, how this brisket just folds over so easy. It's gonna be some nice meat. All right, here's my old trusty trigger smoker. It's a nice pellet smoker. Like to get the smoker up to like 275 right now. Then we're gonna throw these briskets on the smoker. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going out to go check the meat. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's coming right along. All right, now 7 o'clock, meat check time. Look at that, bark is starting to come on, nice and dark. Looking good. Move it around because one side is a little hotter than the other. That way it can kind of get some even cooking time. All right now, y'all, this is hour 15 after the switcheroo. I'm gonna go ahead and finally do a check with temperature. But first, what I like to do, wiggle test. Yeah. That was not quite wiggly enough. That, like that. Oh, sorry, I messed up the footage. So now I'm gonna do a temperature check. Try round. And flat. And if you guys notice, I never once flip my briskets over. I leave them fat side down and move them around. Try not to do too much poking of the meat with your thermostat or anything. That's why a lot of people buy probes and just leave it in and read the temperature from the outside. I haven't adapted to that yet, but maybe one day I will. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first brisket is off the smoker. Nice, beautiful bark. Nice and juicy. And as you can see, it's sitting on a rack inside of a hotel pan. You don't have hotel pans, anything's good. I just like to put it on a rack inside of a hotel pan. That way all the juices that managed to drip out, we'll be able to reutilize those again. But as you can see, this is a beautiful brisket. Backyard barbecue, baby. Big Daddy, Texas, Colorado, met up together, and now they're smoking the mountains. All right, see y'all in a few. Remember, you gotta let it rest 15, 20 minutes before you cut into it. Smoke something. All right now, this brisket has had time to cool down. I gave it a little extra time. Sorry I was busy. You see that beautiful bark on it? It's a gorgeous brisket. All right now, we're gonna get into slicing it. All right. Remember, when you slice your brisket, you want to go against the grain. So if the grain is going this direction, you want to cut this direction, okay? If you don't do that, it makes your meat super tough. All right, look at that smoke ring. Nice and beautiful. See that? Nice and bendy. Not a long enough slice, but I'll show you here in a second. All right, let's get the slicing. When you cut, you want to try to make it thickness like a number 2 pencil. Look at that. Oh, look at those juices. So delicious. I had to grab that camera and get a little closer for you guys. Beautiful. To the side. Let's finish our slicing. Once again, you want to look for the grain. See how the grain looks? Go in this direction like this. See that? So I'm going to slice opposite of that. Since I took the round off, I'm going to flip it upside down. Make sure I'm going where my grain is. There it is. Flip it back over at an angle. Get it a little closer. So now I'm getting to that hunk of fat that I couldn't really take off. I could just cut it off right there. Now you got this beautiful hunk of brisket. How juicy that is. That smoke ring. Never understood why someone would want to fake a smoke ring when it's so easy to get them. Follow my steps, baby, and you'll have you a smoke ring also. Just go ahead and cut that hunk of fat off, saving some time. Take this and turn it around, put it on the edge, and then you can cut that other piece without risk of cutting yourself. Okay, at this point, see that? You see the separation? This is the flat, and this is where the round begins. And it's layer of fat, so you can literally use your hand. If you follow my procedure, you don't even need the knife to separate it. Just use your hand and separate it that way. All right. Now, if this was bigger, this is what we would make the burn ends out of, but it's small, so we're not going to do that this time. And normally, when you're cutting it, and you're taking the round off, I normally flip it on the back side because there's still a layer of fat there and it makes it slide. This makes it easier to slice your brisket. Then you can stay consistent with your lengths of cut.